Bottom of my heart for being here today. As I look into the audience, I see a new generation of leaders, along with the people who are going to help guide us along the way. Over the past few weeks, older generations have reached out to me and my peers to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my generation failed you. But millennials and Generation Z know a thing or two about being blamed for the actions of people. So I wanted to say that if we are going to put blame on a group of individuals, let's start with the gun lobby. The NRA has convinced millions of people to support their agenda. And the Republican elected officials often wonder, why don't young people support us? Why don't young people vote with us? That's because you, Republican elected officials, don't listen to us. You're too busy pandering to the NRA and your biggest donors. But you know what? I may be small compared to some people, but my voice is big. My heart is open to new ideas. And I have dreams that don't include being shot on my college campus. Republicans in the Missouri legislature want to get rid of gun-free zones. So people would be able to carry guns in churches and daycares, and what gets me the most is in bars. And we are told over and over again the same old talking points. We need good guys with guns. But you know what? Every person with a gun is a good guy with a gun until he uses that gun to harm another individual. The mass shooting generation is tired of these talking points, and we want change. There's been a common misconception that if you are not old enough to vote, you are not old enough to have a voice. And that is simply untrue. Regardless of being old enough to vote or not, you can still volunteer on a campaign. You can still contact your elected officials, and you can still be here today with us. While some of these students may not be old enough to vote today, someday they will be, and they will remember the people that cared about their safety and their concerns and the people who didn't. This march to me is a symbol of heartbreak, strength, and hope. It symbolizes that although these unfortunate events keep happening, my generations and the one before us are waking up to create change. Never again will the voices of my generation be silenced. We are a force to be reckoned with, and we are making change. Gun violence in America is an epidemic, and we must make sure that we control this epidemic before we have more outbreaks. But this event is showing us that a cure is coming. The past few weeks of planning this event have been stressful, frustrating at times, and although mostly hopeful. I struggled with whether or not I wanted to talk about this, but I think it's important. The roadblocks of planning this event as a young individual were ridiculous. After discussing details with organizations and people, the question I got so many times is, are you really in charge? Can I talk to the person in charge? Not only is that offensive, but it is the whole point of this entire movement. History shows us that young people have been the ones to create change from the Revolutionary War to the Civil Rights Movement. These moments were disheartening, but when I returned to our planning meetings, seeing teens scramble around to plan this event, I was inspired. I also wanted to take this opportunity to thank our adult committee for all they have done to help us plan this event, because we couldn't have done it without them.